OFFRIP podcast.
It's Demi at Demi Season.
Kamari Beats.
Dan is not available. What we talking about in this episode?
We talking about motherfucking pretty much just the internet, but like also just like how we got to the internet.
Before we get into it, can you flex real quick?
Oh yeah. My bad.
Right?
So I know y'all see the mics. Like y'all can hit me with that bullshit. Like you know what I'm saying. Show some love. 3 mics, 3 niggas.
Clear.
You know what I mean? Like visual looking a little bit clear.
You know what I'm saying.
Alright, yes, mixtapes. Can't do it.
But shit, yeah. So
Mixtapes and the internet. We'll say that.
yeah, but motherfucking real quick. A lot of y'all don't even know where mixtapes are really like the origin. So mixtapes basically were fucking mix. They were prominently made by DJs who wanted to just make some fly ass shit. So these niggas went fucking what's it called, crate digging, loot digging, all that shit you want to call it. Basically found the craziest fucking tracks, and then from there they started actually putting independent artists from there, and then that's how it actually kind of became more of the prelude to the internet, because independent artists would use mixtapes to promote their shit like niggas use the internet now. So that's basically why you need to know about mixtapes if you basically want to know like, oh, how the internet even became as important as it is today.
And to throw some names like Lil Wayne, 50, they're like known. You know what I mean? They're
Billionaire, bro.
And Chameleon, they're like known as
Billionaire,
like
bro.
the goats of like that
Billionaire,
independent
man.
mixtape shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean even like Gucci Mane and Max
Mhm.
B, you know what I'm saying? All them with like the Dat Piff kind of like scene with all
Yeah,
the
but I mean, as far as like the people who are like credited, you know what I mean, for being like the mixtape like OGs, like 50 is like the first to get rich off mixtapes like that. You know what I mean? To get like popular off
Yeah,
mixtapes. Then Lil Wayne basically like kept that shit in the culture. You know what I mean? The whole mixtape thing. But I see what you mean, 1000%. Like all these underground.
But I mean,
artists.
even Chamillionaire's mixtape got him fucking the bag.
Nah, that man was doing his thing.
Cause like long story short, all you need to know about Chamillionaire came up with Paul Wall. I'm assuming you know who Paul Wall is.
I
I hope you do. And then basically after they dropped their mixtape together, they split. And from there, Paul Wall went back to Swisher House, and Chamillionaire went to Universal under his own label called Camilitary. That's what it's called. And then, long story short, from there, he got, because what a lot of record deals that you probably don't understand about rappers, it's a loan. So you get I'll just put up random numbers. You get a 500K loan, right? And then, but all the revenue you get from there, that point on, 80% goes to the label, 20% goes to artists. And then how the labels keep artists in this loop is that they basically say every time you drop an album, they say, "Yo, I spent all this shit ton of money on this album rollout," so niggas just stay in debt. But Chamillionaire, since he had the what's it called, the mixtape with fucking Paul Wall in them, he basically went to them like, "Nigga, I already sold 100K by myself. Like y'all can't like hold me." And basically from there, motherfucking, he got 50% revenue, and it wasn't a loan. They basically just gave him an advance. So Chamillionaire was kind of like, I just gotta give him my preps, because once I learned about that, I was like, damn, bro,
Fire, yeah.
nigga was on it.
So, of course, like we have streaming and all that kind of stuff today, you know what I'm saying, with like modern day Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora even, all that kind of stuff. Would you say it's harder for an artist in the future with the way technology's going to get paid, you know what I'm saying, with this music?
I mean, to start off, like it's just like, I mean, like way before all the streaming shit, it was just peer-to-peer, or what is it, like peer-to-peer sharing or whatever? Like that's what like Napster was and LimeWire and all that. Basically, like at the start, I feel like it was real positive. You know what I mean? Cause like that's where like new lanes were open. Everything hip hop was so like stereotypical. It was ran by like these major labels that wanted like the image of the rapper to stay the same. You know, this thugged out like G-Unit, like New York type rap stuff. Then like with the internet and MySpace, I feel like it's like a crazy big influence or crazy big like I don't know, like catalyst for like all this internet era stuff. Just because like Soulja Boy and Lil B, like they got their names out there and they changed like the whole picture of like what it is to be a rapper. Like the most crazy shit in hip hop at the moment was Kanye wearing a pink polo. Then Lil B had like diamonds on his head, wasn't rhyming. You know what I mean? Releasing whatever he wanted. Like hip hop hated him. You know what I mean? But he had the craziest, most solid fan base. You know what I mean? From like 2008 is where he started all this.
Yeah, honestly, I do get the whole like streaming does like, I guess like like if a nigga kind of just said to me streaming, of course, doesn't make as money as a nigga buying an album, I would say it's kind of short sighted, only because it's like, bro, niggas have Instagram, niggas have like, you don't need the label to market yourself. You could just do it dead ass yourself. And the way niggas already figured out the tricks with streaming.
But social
They already
media
figured
is
out
like a
the
whole
tricks and all
different.
that.
Social media is a
but
completely
it's still
different factor.
difficult.
No, I'm not saying it's
still
I'm not
difficult.
saying it's easy. You definitely need a bigger following, but at the same time, it still does make it easier per se. Cause you like that's why SoundCloud. That's why no one fucks with SoundCloud anymore, because SoundCloud is just dead ass 16-year-old niggas just uploading anything. That's why niggas actually don't listen to SoundCloud like that.
But
So-
that's like nowadays, and like that's because it's gotten so oversaturated with
Mhm.
social media and all that.
Yeah,
But that changed everything else. This was like such simpler times where like
Mhm.
at this point in time, like we're talking, MySpace was like the most social media people were getting. So I feel like it was definitely positive because it changed or it added more diversity within hip hop. You get like different types of hip hop. I mean, there already was different types just based off region.
Yeah,
people
and
start to
I'll
connect
still
region
say
for region.
it's just it's better in a sense, because if you want to say that, I'll bring up OF, because Tyler did Loader Squad. He was doing all that other shit, and this is really before all that, all the social media shit. You're kind of just
Doing bad shit, nigga. What up, motherfucker?
doing that shit before.
And yeah, these people like Lil B opened that lane for them. I feel like that starts this whole underground movement. Like I heard this on this like video. It was like Merzer, I think, talking about it. It was saying basically like he compared hip hop to like a flower or like a tree, and as like the branches get more visible and like they grow bigger and more in like the mainstream and like the major labels and everything pop, like hip hop goes pop and all that, as that like continues to happen, right? The roots are gonna go stronger. Like you could bring that all the way back to like Diddy and Rockefeller with their like really flashy like pop type of hip hop, and in response they had Black Star, they had like Talib and Mos Def, like. And I feel like the internet really solidified that. It was like, damn, we have all these like really major label rappers making this image. I'm gonna say fuck that, do whatever I want to do, still make money, still do the numbers. Like it was definitely like a really positive thing. Even like SoundCloud, all of that really changed up the whole diversity of like the art form, you know.
But what do you, like what I'm really asking is like, what do you think the move is now? Like, like in modern times, what do you think? Like y'all say, independent artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's maybe better for you, but there's not too much like systematically that's like helping you at the same time or really getting you paid. So it's like with the internet and how it's moving, what do y'all personally think is really gonna be the option there? Like, is it gonna be harder because the internet and streaming is just gonna become more accessible and all that kind of shit, or is that gonna help people like independent artists?
I still feel like it's gonna help, bro, because like you can't tell me no label's gonna be able to get your music out more than the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of in a sense, like
and in a lot of ways,
yeah, like a
people
label
use
as
the
a
internet
team
to get to the label a lot of time.
a label as a team, all the social media and all that kind of stuff. Like MySpace ain't really a thing no more, but like Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you know, there might be a new social media in the next 5 years, whatever.
what, like for example, like why do half of rappers try to get a TikTok dance? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there was a big point in time. There was a big point in time where it was nothing but random people being rappers and making songs to where one part could be used in a TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And then they'd get a ton of streams off of that and make a whole fan base off it.
You know how many rappers at a point would deadass drop a song and I would immediately see them on like Triller or some shit and they're just like hitting the dance.
Nah, Triller was like that OG.
You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
remember like in
saying?
like middle
I'm not
school
even
rappers.
hating on it. I'm just saying more in
yeah.
a sense to just bring up examples and shit. Just like that's what I'm saying. It's still like I definitely get what you're saying, but it definitely still just makes it easier for some niggas.
No,
like
I
for
don't
example,
say, I say
like
a label.
K-Camp. Like K-Camp, I feel like is a beautiful example for this. K-Camp would not be doing the numbers he's doing without TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of course he had that the fucking, what's it called? He had the big one. Was it the race car one or the Corvette? No, that's fucking Pop Hunter. Well, K-Camp had one big song on TikTok from there. Of course, that shit blew up. And then from there, I actually feel like he got some fans from it. Like, cause like ever since then, his follower count has been pretty high. You know what I'm saying? So that's like I feel like is a very good example. Like,
But in
that shit
general,
helped.
that sort of already solidified way back with like once SoundCloud sort of burning out. I feel like I know we're like kind of skipping ahead in time type of thing, but like with the whole SoundCloud thing, or like that whole era of like the clout rap type of rappers and everything like that already made the whole, or even like I'm gonna use Soulja Boy as like the OG for creating this lane, like of just making like personality the forefront. You know what I mean? Personality or some viral clip of something being your career. You make all sorts of money. Soulja Boy's got his own fucking shoes, video games, like all these different things, everything but the music. But he's a rapper. He came up as a rapper, and like he just basically opened that lane to put the personality first, where people on TikTok just for like posting stupid videos can end up getting a whole rap career.
6ix9ine killed it then.
6ix9ine killed it, yeah.
I feel like the only way you kind of see that now is somewhat kind of watered down. Like, I mean, even like T-Pain, for example, he be on Twitch streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you was to do kind of the same thing, you probably have like 1 or 2 lanes. Or if you have more, it's like very in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too many niggas are doing it like how Soulja Boy was, where it's like, I got all of these things, even if nobody gonna buy it.
Well, yeah, because nowadays it's just gotten so saturated. But that's just hip hop. Like you're gonna find new lanes. Like I said, the farther these branches go, like the farther the roots are gonna go. Because right now the underground is really popping. Because you have all of these like really generic TikTok rappers and all this like all that stuff. But then at the same time, like artists like The Alchemist is putting on a lot for like Pink Sifu. All right, lots of technical difficulties, but we're back. Basically, what I was saying is the underground's gotten real strong, like with the Alchemist putting on all these artists like Pink Sifu, you know, Mavi, Danny Brown's Bruiser Brigade, like Z Loopers is like probably the biggest artist out of that right now. There's a couple other artists doing their thing in there for sure, but yeah, just the underground has definitely gotten a lot stronger of a scene. Remy Banks, all these artists I've mentioned before, starting to like collab with each other, putting out albums together, all in not necessarily direct response, but at the same time as all this TikTok bullshit is going on, all like this like 2-dimensional like rap music. You know?
Yeah.
Make sure my nigga Mike gets some love.
Yeah,
you know
Mike,
what I'm saying?
Donnie, all in.
Yeah, and I would even say like JPEG Mafia is like a really good example where it's like you really wouldn't listen to his music like nowadays if it wasn't for that kind of build up he had back in the underground days, you know what I'm saying? And then he came through with streaming and all this kind of stuff. So it's like now I feel like he's somewhat of a public dude in the music industry. Like you definitely know who
Yeah, all
JPEG
aided by
Mafia
the
is.
internet. And yeah, like I said, and the other take we just had, like Silk Money was a big
Silk Money.
was like an artist that was generally like underground, like just SoundCloud based. Like Divine Counts had a few EPs out. He had a few albums out and everything. Then he got one viral clip on TikTok, and now his name is like really known. You know, he's starting to make that internet money a little more.
On a random tidbit, I kind of feel like Tame Impala kind of fits this.
Tame Impala.
How, like he came up through
Like, basically, like niggas didn't really care about his 2013 project. I forgot the name of it, but niggas really didn't care about it. And then the one that everyone knows about, The Less I Know Better, the 2015 one, bro, that shit was out for like 3 years until everybody and their mom liked Tame Impala.
That's true.
No,
yeah, like it was like just indie kids.
Yeah,
that were,
bro, it was literally that shit was
into
out for a minute. So I feel like he kind of fits too.
Like, that's where like the whole joke came out though. Like the indie kid, like you heard the Tame Impala, because there was a point where like that shit was underground. Yeah,
for sure.
So like now everyone and their mom knows it. It's like, yeah, bro, I know Tame Impala.
Yeah, it's definitely stretched out. Yeah, absolutely.
But another great example is like a positive, like the underground getting bigger. I feel like is the Raider Clan. Like I feel like that you can't pass over that whole SoundCloud era of like the Raider Clan, like Memphis rap sound and stuff. Like as well as like 3-6 Mafia in the 90s being underground.
You know, Raider Clan honestly would have been as big as ASAP Mob if damn, I forgot his name, but basically one of the founders of Raider Clan was just kind of a raging narcissist.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. It's like I think it's like
that, like
Ghost is in his name or something like that.
Ghost Fate? No.
No.
Ghost,
Oh my god.
Perp?
Yeah, Space Ghost Perp.
Space Ghost Perp. Space Ghost Perp.
You said no, bro. How did I not think about that? No. Shout out Space Ghost.
No,
Perp,
he definitely did.
Talent wise, that
he
boy
did a
set
lot.
the scene. Raider Clan, Space Ghost Perp. He set the scene for all that Memphis.
Your
like,
talent and how you act
Memphis,
as a person.
Florida.
Yeah.
Memphis,
Like
Florida
you got
rap.
everyone out. Everyone wanted to leave.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Even nowadays, Space. He went off the deep end a little bit. But if you're listening to this, like we love you, bro. But anyways. Yeah, I can see how he was the reason for everything breaking apart. But yeah, Raider Clan, Lil Ugly Man, like I mentioned before, that was that whole era that brought back what was already an underground sound. I feel like, because in the '90s, like 3 6 Mafia got like the Oscar, which was cool as fuck. Because like a hip hop artist getting an Oscar, but that was for like a song they did for a movie. But the whole like scene of like Memphis rap was still really underground, and that brought them to like through the internet, through SoundCloud. That brought everything like Suicide Boys, that whole everything that stemmed off of that basically. Ghost Main, all those little artists that were definitely influenced by that whole like 666 era.
Yeah, I mean even like Travis Scott, he has a lot of mixtapes.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I watched the video on his like come up. That shit is low key like kind of sketch. I ain't gonna lie. Like I've realized.
Didn't he buy a bunch of followers and show it to like a label and was like, "Nah, look at these numbers I'm doing."
Someone no. What actually happened is, but this is all allegations because as soon as someone got like he like cut off some nigga, and basically the nigga was saying that he bought him SoundCloud followers to get him a record label deal. But what I noticed, any artist that doesn't talk about their history, there's a reason. Like you know what I'm saying, like if you watch any Travis Scott interview, that nigga has never said anything about his past. And if he's done, it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, literally. Like I love Travis Scott, but that shit is sketchy. That shit is sketchy.
Sure.
All right, so everyone's favorite, which song y'all want me to sing? Y'all want me to sing Lil Pump, by Lil Pump? Or do you want me to sing Lil Pump, D-Rose?
How about neither? Because I
Lil Pump, Lil Pump, yeah.
I low-key never liked this era from the jump.
The bullshit side, the
ever
branches of the SoundCloud era.
Come on, Smoke. What's called Smoke Perp?
Trash.
Smoke Perp, Lil Pump.
Trash.
Lil Xan.
Trash.
Oh, Lil Xan. I forgot about Lil Xan. But yeah, that was the era that took what Soulja Boy did and blew that shit up. They just were like, fuck it.
6ix9ine.
Blueface too.
Garbage.
I count him in that because
Blueface is in that era.
On interview was like,
trash.
I am not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper at all. Exactly. But I'm a cool looking individual. Shiggy don't look cool. Yeah, I look cool as shit.
Whatever the fuck.
Blueface, baby.
I'm gonna be out of pocket. Now I got a fan base.
Even though
That's
this nigga
my
not
story.
a rapper, but I feel like when you talk about his era, you got to bring a Boonk Gang. Like, like
sure.
it's like
Boonk
synonymous.
Gang, bro. It's like,
It's like synonymous with this. Like,
literally, bro.
Like
bitches licking ice cream.
Like,
oh
yeah, that was
the worst
disgusting.
era
That
of
was
the
so
internet.
disgusting.
Man, fuck that. Cause it started when motherfuckers started eating Tide Pods, bro. Like this is when
Oh
everything
my
went
Yeah, the
down.
Tide Pods was bad.
It went
The
to
Tide
their
Pods was
brain.
actually bad. That was to the point where they were
were
making
doing that, bro.
commercials. They were actually making commercials and spending bag money to teach kids not to eat Tide Pods. like it was bad.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That entire era, low key, bro. I don't know what was going on.
People got bored.
That's
Everyone's like
Niggas with the internet. That's niggas with the internet. They're just posting shit and they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna."
Oh,
get in
Ugly
trouble for
God.
this."
Ugly God, yeah.
Yeah, Ugly God. Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
Yeah, but he makes some good music, depending. But it was definitely like a person.
No, Lil
It's
Bo,
like a
Lil
scene.
Bo
It's
was
like a scene
straight.
that you hang
the
out
Teenage
with, bro.
Emotions. No.
No, oh yeah, Teenage Emotions.
That was the one that was like,
That
don't do
was
this. My main thing with Lil Yachty, motherfucking, because of course he's better now, but
Mhm.
I think the main thing when he made that album is that he stopped making music with his original producer. So I was just like, nigga, what?
Well, yeah, once he started just going like off the deep end, like.
No, as soon as he goes to QC, he just basically his old producer. Like you can
That's-
see
yeah.
in his music sonically, he was like
once he went real major label, he kind of lost his sauce.
like literally instantly. But no, but he did bounce back though. Well, like, cause niggas like Lil Boat 3. I like some songs off that. I'm not saying I like the entire tape.
Yeah.
And then the Michigan Boy Boat, I love the entire tape. But half of that is Yachty, half of that is like him borrowing a sound. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
So out of all the cloud rappers, like I'll even just say like the Freshman, Double XL Cypher.
the 2016 one, cause that's
That's
basically
not clout
with
rappers.
21.
That's not clout rappers though. Like 2016 was right before the clout rappers. That was a lot because Kodak's not the clout rapper.
Okay, you
Denzel's
you
not
right
a
on
clout
that. Like
rapper.
I could definitely pick some
Uzi
niggas out
wasn't
of
a
that
clout
though, but yeah,
rapper.
you right on that.
Yeah, like
Okay,
that,
so
that was the
2017?
precursor to the clout rap.
so
Like,
2017.
what was 2017? That's
Only
how
one
all
was
of it was. That's how
2017.
That was like
I
the
was talking
Smoke
about
Purple one.
2015.
Was that Lil
maybe.
Mosey?
That was like 2018.
What was 2015? That's really what I was thinking more like.
2015.
No,
What?
maybe I think 2015 had Pac. No,
No, he was 16.
he was 16.
Yeah, he just had
that
a
was
different
16.
one than like the iconic group. But yeah, he had like a separate video. It was like him and G Herbo or something.
Maybe Isaiah
Maybe I'm
Rashad
tripping.
was in 15 or 14, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
But I don't know. I guess the whole point we're trying to make though is like there's like a lot of like bullshit that came from the internet and a lot of positive like roots that came into the underground. through the internet.
I don't
It
know,
was
like
definitely-
I don't even know if you would consider 2017 because it's like, no, honestly, because it's like Kamaya, A Boogie, PNB Rock, Playboy Cardi, Amine. None of these niggas are really
I do
clout.
not even remember that era.
What did
That fucking-
Young Thug
or not
ever
that
get
era,
a
but I remember
freshman cipher?
2017
Young Thug?
freestyle.
No, but because like I honestly forgot about this, but you remember when Young Thug used to sell like fucking triple plastic? he used to sell pretty bad, bro. Like that shit used to be pretty ass.
What?
Like compared to
Triple
now,
plastic?
like So Much Fun is like his first good selling album.
Yeah.
Like first week. His shit used to like go do like 10K.
saying,
Like Slime Language did like 12K. First
No,
week.
listen,
you
like
foul- you
literally,
foul for
it
that.
was literally that. No, it was that song with Rich Homie Quan that put Thug on. Like that, he didn't get actually like popular. Even then, it was almost a little bit of like, what is this dude saying? But like, that's when he was like, okay, he's a rapper we listen to now. You know,
I just think
mean,
of like
Thug's fire. I fuck with Young
the only reason why I brought up like the 2016 one is just because I think of like Uzi and Thug and like not to hate on these niggas. I'm not hating whatsoever. I just think of like the dresses and all the media backlash. Like that helps you with your fan base and
That's
streaming
true,
as
that's
well.
true.
That's what I think of too when it comes to that kind of clout era. It's like you was just doing out of pocket or weird shit or going completely against
But
the
I think
agenda.
they were just like that though, because to this day they stayed like that.
No, I mean
'Cause
that's
there
what
was
I'm saying.
definitely
I
artists
say
that
no
did
hate
shit
to
like
them.
that. There's definitely artists that
Niggas
did, like,
were mimicking that though.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because I was saying there's a lot of artists after that did that for the
For
you
the
know, just the
clout.
clout. Yeah, that was clout rap. You know.
Kid Buu.
Kid Buu, Icy Narco. Like
What's that, bro? What was that one nigga that was definitely like an industry plant? It was the nigga with green hair. He made like rock music. It was like a white, like Uzi or some shit.
I don't even know who you talking about, but you remember the niggas that would make robot personas? And they be on IG
Bro, I think some of them
as
niggas still do
as
that,
a robot.
bro.
Like they got like a 3D graphic and everything, and they're talking to fans like through this robot persona. So
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't like that shit.
No, I think Kid Buu was like
Weird.
Kid Buu was one of the worst niggas, bro. Kid Buu was like a 30-year-old man saying he was like 22.
Oh.
No, that shit was bad, bro. It was bad. That nigga was terrible.
All right, so you already know what it is. Albums of the week. You want to go first?
Not me.
Now you.
I'll go first then.
You asked a question, I give you an answer.
Ego
All
Death
right.
is my album by The Internet. You know what I'm saying? It's the Internet episode.
Okay.
The Internet. You know what I'm saying? Ego Death. It's a fire album. I don't know how many songs it is, but it's like definitely a good amount. I want to say it's like an hour long, maybe.
Okay.
It's just a nice little chill vibe, R&B. You know what I'm saying? We got some
That's
songs.
like, Danny, you gotta get yours off. I already see it, bro.
Yeah.
gotta
No,
let the
listen.
world know.
Just because I
Start
talked a lot about Lil B on the episode, I gotta pick one of my favorite Lil B albums. I'm gay. I'm happy.
Alright, bro.
I could wear the tiniest pink shirt. I could have a hard hat on with the tiny pants going, YMCA. But I'm not gay. I'm not gay at all.
Basically, I just thought it was a good example because Lil B is known for that, just like putting out bullshit. But like this album was like an example of, yeah, he got his name just through doing all this random like antics and just bullshit, like not really rhyming. But this is like a really solid project. He put out like a genuine, like he's talking about some real genuine shit throughout this. Like it's 2011, he put it out. It's not crazy long. It's like 44 minutes, especially for like a little,
Really?
yeah, for a Lil B album. That's not bad
Pretty
at all.
proud of him.
And it's like he has not even like crazy bars, but he's spitting real shit. And it's like a good, solid project. I just thought it was a good example for this.
And
What you, Isaac?
And then mine is just The Waters by Mick Jenkins. Came out like from Chicago, independent artist. So I just gonna like tie it back in the what's called in the episode. But basically, I figured this out literally as this album came out, and I listened to this album very unhealthily for like 3 months straight. But Jazz, THC, The Waters, honestly, every song on this album is amazing. 514, Modders, like not saying another song is kind of like disrespecting the others, but yeah, Mick Jenkins, The Waters, that's mine.
And that was the albums of the week.
Yeah, and that was the OFFRIP podcast. It's the internet episode. Catch y'all next time. OFFRIP.
Big gang shit, yeah.